Reaction GIFs are used all the time and have become recently increasingly popular, especially in texts and on Twitter. But of all the GIFs to react with, GIFs of African Americans are the most popular, causing some to feel that this is a new form of blackface.
Blackface or minstrelsy was an American theatrical tradition that was popular in the 1800s.
They were shows performed by white people in makeup or blackface in order to act as black caricatures. You may associate this form of racism to the days of Jim Crow, but a new wave of digital blackface has grown, mainly through GIFs and memes on the internet. Lauren Jackson was one of the first to bring this issue to light in her Teen Vogue article, "We Need to Talk About Digital Blackface in Reaction GIFs." This is not a new concept. Images and videos of black people are more likely to go viral in areas of trauma, death, and in memes. Think back to 2010, to the viral auto-tune video of Antoine Dodson, or 2012's Kimberly Sweet Brown Wilkins.
Well, I woke up to go get me a cold pop, and then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, "Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire."
Each were interviewed after incidents of trauma, rape for Mr. Dodson and an apartment fire for Miss Wilkins.
African Americans often go viral when expressing exaggerated emotions. Aisha Harris, writing for Slate, suggested that these videos might be so popular because of a persistent, if unconscious, desire to see black people perform. Fidel Martinez of the Daily Dot says that these videos are essentially a modern-day minstrel show. You can keyword search black stereotypes to yield results, such as black lady, sassy black lady, funny black kid, angry black lady, or black fat lady. These insulting keyword searches start to reveal the meaning behind the image. Also notice how a lot of these searches are about women in particular. As Lauren Jackson wrote, these GIFs often enact fantasies of black women as sassy and extravagant, allowing non-black users to harness and inhabit these images as an extension of themselves. Our society already associates African Americans with excessive behaviors, regardless of their actual behavior. This association has spread to, for example, preconceived assumptions by law enforcement. In October of 2015, a video of a female African American student being aggressively dragged out of her desk at school by a white police officer went viral, even though she did not appear to be behaving aggressively or violently towards the officer. Eternity Martinez wrote about black people being profiled, policed, and killed for the noise they make in her article, "The Politics of Being Black and Loud," saying how African Americans aren't any louder than non-black people, but they are constantly being scrutinized and made public.
Reaction GIFs are popular because they foster anonymity and they're relatable and generic enough to fit a variety of situations. And let's face it, they're funny.
So when African Americans voiced their opinions that this type of GIF is a form of blackface, there was a lot of backlash, saying things like, black people aren't here for other people's entertainment, but black people shown in the GIFs are literally entertainers, or, so using the same logic, black people can no longer use memes with white people in them. And it's not that all African Americans have a problem with non-blacks using reaction GIFs or memes involving black people. One comment read, "Listen, I'm a black person and I don't care what emojis people use or the GIFs they put up." But as Jackson highlights towards the end of her article, digital blackface does not describe intent, but an act. The act of inhabiting a black person. Technology is often thought of as a neutral object without values. As Langdon Winner says in his article, "Do Artifacts Have Politics?" He continues to say that while we may see technology as a neutral tool that can be used for good, evil, or something in between, we usually do not stop to inquire whether a given device might have been designed and built in such a way that it produces a set of consequences, logically and temporally, prior to any of its professed uses.
And no digital behavior exists in a deracialized vacuum. All GIFs are encoded with meanings, histories, and connotations prior to the use of the GIF.
Aside from intent, GIFs of African Americans are tied to our society's historical use of Black people as entertainment. As Victoria Princewell said in the Facebook video posted by BBC News,
"Well, Black people are not here for other people's entertainment. We're not symbols of excessive emotion."
As a society, we need to be asking ourselves why Black people are magnets for GIFs and memes, and why do non-Black users prefer GIFs with Black people in them? Why are African Americans more likely to go viral? And most importantly, what are the social consequences of those associations? GIFs of Black women being so happy, so sassy, so ghetto, and so loud affect the cultural image of Black women.